Hello everyone and welcome again. Today I'm going to present you a 2010 BMW 318i E92 Coupé. First I'm going to walk around the exterior and then we'll have a look at some of the features in the interior. So without further ado, let's get started. Here's the keys. Unlock. This particular model is finished in sapphire black metallic, beautiful color, representative for BMW, as you know. It's on all-season wheels, 17-inch BMW M Sports alloy wheels. I can see it has suffered from some damage, but still, no problem so far. Unlike the American market, the 318 was only available in the coupe in Germany and the UK, so most European markets, but still this particular one is the facelift model, as you can see from the tail lights and headlights, and it was produced from 2010 until 2013, so it's one of the very last editions. And the 318 model, the 2-liter 4-engine, was only available mostly in the saloon, so the sedan, 4 doors, but for the coupe as well as the cabriolet it was produced in very limited amounts. So this might probably one of around 100 available in Germany. It's a beautiful color. The combination in general, so for the coupe, black, sapphire black and alpine white are probably the best choices. The interior is still in great shape. It has approximately 100,000 miles, so equivalent to 160,000 kilometers, but the interior is still in good shape, as well as the exterior. It's still the first body paint, so accident free. But unsurprisingly, as you can see, this is the very basic interior model, so it has no leather seats, no M Sports interior. It's really probably the most basic equipment. But this is the case pretty much in Germany all the time with these manufacturers such as BMW and Mercedes-Benz, unlike the US or UK market where we have only the best equipped units. The interior is quite spacious, so it's also quite comfy. Don't be deceived by the size. Unlike the C-Class coupe from Mercedes, the rear is quite comfortable and you have lots of space, also for taller people. You have several storage here. Also climate control for the rear. So it's untread seat, it's no leather, but still clean, easy to maintain, but still comfy. Of course, you're gonna want to have a full leather or Alcantara seats, even if it's not the M Sports package line. You still can optionally order this in Alcantara or comfy leather M Sport leather seats. But the customer of this vehicle just wanted to focus on obviously on the exterior color and the wheels. It's a 6-speed manual, so also from my side I can only recommend buying these vehicles as manual transmissions, due to the fact that the automatics are not fun at all, but also tend to break a lot, which is of course going to be costly and difficult to maintain and fix. And unlike Mercedes, the manual of BMWs, especially around these areas, are very, it's really precise, like a like a rifle. So the gears, you can shift the gears very easily, and it's absolutely fun to shift with BMW manual transmissions. Let's take a look in the exterior, driver's seats. So it has electric windows. Let's hop in. Gonna have to put the keys here. The seat belts, there is a assistant, but these things tend to, after 1 year, every owner is complaining because they never work. The seatbelt is supposed to be set here, so you don't have to reach all the way back, but these things just are hopeless. That's a big issue with BMW. It was not the case in the E46 Coupé, the predecessor, but the E90 really didn't do a good job with the coupe and convertible models, where this extender just doesn't do its job. And after, I think, 1 year, it just starts to fail. So you have to reach all the way back, which is quite a pain in this car. We have 6-speed manual. It's really brilliant, so I like shifting with this car. It's unlike Mercedes or Audi, it's not so exhausting, and it's just absolutely precise and fun. You have cup holders here, so which was not in the E46 the case. You have plenty of cup holders, as well as here. There you go. You have the leather armrest, which is quite practical. You can store lots of things. It has this particular one, even though it's quite poor in equipment, it has still many useful features, such as heated seats, which is beautiful in these Android seats material. You have climate control, fully automatic. There is the cruise control here, which is rarely used. And DTC, this is, I forgot what the D stands for, but it's for traction control. So yeah, and of course, if you look here, you see that the iDrive system is missing, so it's a quite expensive option. Well, not very expensive, but still makes quite a difference when you order these things new. But you should really have it for the communication control and many other check control configurations. Windows are fully automatic and electrically adjustable. And lots of storage on the sides, as you can see. So you have many storage opportunities which can be folded out. Even on the rear you have control for the lights, so 3-stage. Very useful for long trips in the dark, as well as in the front area. There's a storage here as well. So when it comes to storage, although even not as practical and as highly qualitative as the E46, this one does its job pretty well. Let's start it up. In order to start this particular one, you have to, I think it's the case in every E90, although I have only been in the E90 Coupé and Cabriolet, E92 and E93. You're gonna have to press the clutch, and then press the button, start button, let it run. it has 161,000 kilometers, so equals to 100,000 miles. Not very much, but still, these engines tend to last very long. Only issues, this is the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, so it's called the N43B20 engine, the 2-liter. It's a 318, but the 2-liter engine, which is also used in the 320i. Although it's not as reliable as the E46 engines, 4-cylinder engines. Especially these ones tend to have issues with the timing belt, which can occur at around 150,000 kilometers. Indeed, even in this particular one, it was changed right on time. So you have to be careful with the timing belt when you are above 100,000 kilometers. When you buy these engines, in any case, check and ask for evidence from the seller if and when the timing belt was changed. And what can also be the issue, according to my research, are the injectors, which also tend to do issues at around 100,000 kilometers above. In general, I would anyway stick to the 6-cylinder engines, especially when you have the coupe, because it's just, you know, it doesn't just fit, it just fits perfectly with the coupe, and you have a mini M3 in the end. So of course you cannot compare the M3, the 4-liter 8-cylinder V8, with the 3-liter 6-cylinder engine, but still the 3-liter engines are perfect. So it's just so well balanced, and especially I would definitely recommend when you get the 3-liter engine to have a manual one, because the fun factor is just fantastic. You can, in this particular one, by pressing here, you can check your range, that is left all the way. You can check also your average speed, your mileage, and yeah, for the mileage, this particular one, the 318, is very economical indeed. So I've driven this car for a couple of years. It's not mine, but you in the city you will not get more than, so 8 liters is really the maximum. Even if you drive sporty in the city, you won't use more than 8 liters. I'm not sure what the equivalent is for the US or UK translation, but 8 liter is quite efficient, especially for this engine, because it's not slow, it's a 6-speed, but still it pulls pretty well. So 0 to 100 kilometers, 0 to 62 miles can be done at 9 seconds, and top speed of this thing is 210 kilometers. It's not much, but more than enough, I would say. It's a 143 horsepower, so I think it's really the weakest engine of the E92 Coupé, so you just can't compare this one with the 3-liter V6 6-cylinder or the V8 in any case. So this is probably the weakest, but still the most efficient one. If you're not a racer, of course, it's more than enough still in the end as a daily driver. So yeah. And if you are mostly in the highway, you can even end up with 5.5 liter, so it's brilliant mileage. BMW is very efficient in this matter. Unfortunately, you cannot check the oil on the hood, so that's an issue with this generation after 2005 E90. So you have to, when you see this latch, you have to press it all the way up, and yeah, here's the oil, and press OK, and here you can see the status. So yeah, for this one it's okay, but I personally don't like it. I'm rather prefer to check the oil by myself. let's hear up how it sounds. The 4-cylinder 2-liter engine. Clean sound. Sounds pretty nice. And let's see the horn. You have multifunctional steering, power steering, so the volume, channels, and also the phone, for the phone. And finally, let's take a look under the hood. You have this latch here. There it is, the 4-cylinder 2-liter engine. Sounds clean. The timing belt has been renewed, as well as the injectors as well. In order to do anything, you have to take this cover out, which is quite painful and stressy. So BMW really wants to avoid you to do anything by yourself and take it to the mechanics. That's pretty much it. My personal advice is that you really, when you have this car, in any case, avoid to do anything yourself. Well, not avoid doing anything by yourself, but the issue with this particular models with BMWs is that you should never give these cars to amateurs. You can also not trust every BMW dealer. So when you have these cars and it needs to be fixed, doesn't matter if it's the injectors, the timing belt especially, never ever trust these cars, give these to the wrong hands. It really has to be a specialist, so people who know about these cars and who have experience. It can be quite painful and expensive as hell if something is done wrong, and then you just end up with more problems and it gets more complex. So really be careful who you give these cars when maintenance needs to be done or anything needs to be changed. Of course, the best option, if you don't want to do anything wrong, you have to do it yourself, but unfortunately these things take time and you really need the expertise when you work on these models from BMW. I personally think that this particular one, the E92, was really the last of the BMW's true excellent cars. My personal favorite is of course the E46 or the E38 7 Series and of course the E39 5 Series, but these E92 is still, I would say, one of the last most beautiful BMW cars ever made. Also due to the fact that these cars from these areas models don't have this turbocharger crap, so it's they only offer naturally aspirated engines. Doesn't matter if it's the 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder or the M3, the V8, brilliant engine. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed. In the future I will of course try to get a better equipment with my camera, so I'm still learning. If you like it, please leave a comment and hope you enjoyed my video. I'll see you next time. Thank you.